It's been just over a month since Dual Universe released into its beta phase of development, inviting many of us to come in and experience the game hands-on for the first time. Of course, there have been bugs, random experiences, but I would say all in all, it has gone smooth so far. Hello everyone, my name is Captain Jack and welcome back to my channel. Dual Universe is on our agenda to discuss today, and with that I'll be talking about current issues within the game, bugs, the roadmap, and exploits, as well as Nova Quark's response to these things. Let's jump in and start out with the newly announced user suggestions and feature upvote system. Before we do, make sure to hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all things Dual Universe. You can also follow me on Twitter or anywhere else via my social media links in the video description below. Look forward to sharing more news with you very soon. Announced yesterday is a much needed and desired thing by the community. This is of course the ability to upvote and discuss upcoming features for Dual Universe. The new website, which I've included in the video description, as well as a link on screen, is all about upvoting and discussing features for the game. A quick guide to how this works. The whole purpose, as mentioned by NQ, is to empower the community to help drive the future of the game, by the way of participating and adding comments to features being considered for development and obviously adding to the game. The website operates like this. While you can add your own suggestions, you can also upvote other suggestions input by the community and the game developers. Suggested features are marked with several key identifiers. Pinned means it's in active development and already does not require any additional voting. Planned does what it says on the tin. Under consideration is again an obvious one. Multifaceted basically means that this type of feature would be broken up and delivered in small updates over a longer period of time. The last three options refer to development costs, specifically in time. We've of course got high, medium and low. These will be found on suggested features. For example, the suggestion which is currently the highest voted at the time of making this video, which is graphical improvements, is referred to as taking a high dev cost, meaning it will halt development time on other items which obviously could be used towards other key features. That's something to take into account when voting for other features. If you want graphical improvements, but something else is higher on the list, that's probably going to take priority. At the end of the day, it is up to Nova Quark what they're going to work on. However, this actual website allows them to, communicate more transparently with us, the community, on what's currently in progress and what they're thinking of working on. These identifiers allow us to see how development of Dual Universe is progressing, and how time can be spent on different things. Personally, I love this system. It's way more transparent than other development studios when it comes to making the game that we're currently paying for and playing with. A few other suggestions right now are wallets for organizations and easier money transfer. Now this is something I've personally upvoted myself, as is a feature that is really needed to make running organizations better in the long run, especially those who are interested in trading and running marketplaces. An org bank, or a guild bank as it's typically referred to in MMOs, is something that probably should have been here since day one, therefore it's desperately needed right now as we are in the beta phase and people are actively playing and running around their own organizations. Hopefully this feature isn't too long away and we'll hopefully see it by the end of the year. We've also got improved space PvP experience. Nevertheless refers to the addition of combat features like shields, warp scramblers and electronic warfare, all to make combat more appealing and likely more of a challenge as well. This would also include balancing with energy. Now space combat and just general PvP is something discussed quite a lot among the community right now and how that's handled, particularly when it comes down to safe zones and stuff like that as well. I'll be talking more about this in an in-depth video coming towards the end of the month once I've sampled more of combat myself, so I can give you my personal opinion on it where I've actually experienced it to give you that opinion. Now the majority of the developer suggested features are those that are already on the roadmap for Dual Universe, things like graphical improvements, territory warfare, energy management and much more. I'll chuck a roadmap on screen now so you can see what I mean, and it does make sense. Hopefully we see more of an updated roadmap come to light soon after a few of these suggestions have been taken into account. As much as Star Citizen gets crap, its dynamic roadmap in which players can see how many tasks are updated and being worked on does actually work really well for the game in my opinion. DU could do something like that, something that informs players that features that are currently suggested are now in progress and how far along in terms of actual development they are. Obviously we'll see how well this website does for a while, but something to show that it's now in development and say it has like 50 out of 100 tasks complete could really be beneficial in seeing how things are currently being worked on behind the scenes. At the minute, we know things are planned thanks to this website, but we don't know how far along they are. This obviously does come down to how transparent Nova Quark want to be surrounding development of Dual Universe. but so far they're miles ahead of any other game studio out there right now, something as a long-time fan of a game I am really happy with. Overall, I think this idea of having user suggestions and the ability for us, the community, to upvote features we feel are important to the game's continued development is really key right now, especially as Dual Universe is a living game and an MMO. Our experience depends partially on what features we currently have to play with in the game. Therefore, it's important that we get a choice or at least a chance to voice our opinions on the development from time to time. Now, speaking of organisations, I'm actually running my own organisation in-game, which is Redwood Industries, and you might be interested in joining me. Simply find out more information by joining my community Discord server and heading to the Dual Universe game channel. That's discord.gg/CaptainJack, and I hope to see you there. We're looking for passionate players who want to join a vibrant community organisation that's focused on all aspects of the game currently. I'm hoping to see some of you in game and be playing with you very soon. Hats off to all of you who've currently joined me. I'm really enjoying what we're building together, mining and journeying around inside the Dual Universe. Hopefully some more videos and live streams very soon. Okay, so moving on, let's talk about exploits currently. This has been a large and much discussed issue over the last couple of weeks, with many influencers and players discussing it out in the open. Finally, as of the 7th of October, yesterday, Novacork have responded with a lengthy community post. Let's see what it says. Community manager Nerys, excuse me for pronouncing it incorrectly most likely, made this post talking about exploits. Things like Alt F4 to emergency brake your starship, as well as PvP zones being a little loose, with also RDMS theft from players. While outlining these are currently known to Novacork, they've also marked on what is currently considered allowed by the developers and what is not allowed. This would also be my time to point out that I agree with developers when it comes to reporting issues that you think are exploits. Overall, to take away from this, before we dive deeper in, Novacork have asked users to use common sense when it comes to encountering issues in-game, and if they're exploits, and appear to be, report it to the developers and not take advantage of it. I've included a link in the video description to this community post so you can read up on it for yourself. The big takeaway is that Novacork is acknowledging these exploits and again being transparent with the community, as many were confused on why there was radio silence surrounding this subject. This is of course an excellent thing. Developers being more transparent with communities is something I personally love to see across the games industry. It helps us, as gamers and passionate community members, appreciate the developers' hard work and know that our passion is likewise being appreciated. The post has also marked a few exploits such as mass manipulation in transportation as currently fixed or pending fixes. These are also not allowed, so please do not try this as you'll likely face punishment in game. Makes me think if we're going to see some in-game prisons, sort of like Star Citizen has done recently. Now I really want to build a prison in Ardibai territory. Design choices. Finally, one last thing that I do want to mention in today's video, and that is all about bugs and putting up with them during the beta phase, and that is that Novacork have decided to reward players who have encountered some more frequent issues over the last month. Announced later last week via email, players who purchased the Dual Universe beta between August 27th and September 26th are now entitled to a free month of game time. This is a thank you from Novacork as some server gameplay and downtime issues were encountered during this time period. Now you don't need to do anything to claim this as it was auto added to your account. Check your emails on the Dual Universe community Discord for more information as well. You can check it out there, and of course you can ask them any questions if need be. A big thanks to developers for doing this. Personally, I think it's a great opportunity to again be transparent with the community and acknowledge that there were issues during this time period. At the end of the day, my personal opinion, it's a beta game, you kind of know what you're getting into, issues should be expected at this point. Then again, you are paying for a service, and if there's downtime where you can't access that service, you in some essence do deserve a little bit of compensation. It's a tricky slope, but let me know your opinions on that down below in the comment section. I'd really be interested in what you think on it. Okay, that's all for my talk on Dual Universe for today. Hopefully I've kept you updated on the game so far. Do let me know if you'd like me to check out any other aspects of DU, and if there's something in particular you'd like me to explore for a video to explain to you. Stick around and make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be making some more awesome stuff that myself and the RDBI.org have found in-game and talking about it with you. I'm also following the development of this ambitious project closely, and will soon be sitting down with CEO JC to discuss the game, so keep an eye out for that in the coming next weeks. For now, I've been Captain Jack, thanks for watching, and of course, I'll see you next time.